England against Argentina for a place in the World Cup final. This is one of those games where everybody wants to pick a winner. Everyone wants to declare that one team is clearly better. And everyone wants to act like they know exactly what's going to happen. I'm not going to do that. I think this game is extremely close. I personally believe England are slightly better. And if you forced me to choose who advances, I would lean England. But from a betting perspective, I do not think there is enough separation between these teams to justify forcing a bet on the side. Instead, I'm going to a market where I believe there is a clearer argument. My official pick for England against Argentina is both teams to score, yes, at minus 110. All right, welcome back to the channel. Today we are breaking down England against Argentina in the World Cup semifinal. I'm going to give you my thoughts on both teams, explain why I lean England to advance, explain why I am not officially betting England, and then give you my best bet for the match. As always, these are just my opinions. Nothing is guaranteed, especially in a World Cup semifinal. If I had guarantees, I would probably be recording this video from a much nicer room. But let's get into the matchup. My overall read is that this is close to a 50-50 coin flip match here. England are a small favorite in the market, and I think that is reasonable. I do believe England are slightly better overall, but I do not think the gap is enormous. Argentina obviously have tremendous quality. They have attacking players who can change a match in one moment. They have scored consistently throughout this tournament. England also have plenty of attacking quality. England have good depth, and in my opinion, they have faced the more difficult path to reach this semifinal. So I lean England, but I'm not pretending that England should be some major favorite here. The biggest reason why I lean England is that I think they have slightly more talent from top to bottom. I also think England have played better throughout this World Cup, and their path to this stage has been more impressive. England had to go into a difficult environment against Mexico, and they won that game. Mexico at home, they had the crowd behind them. England still found a way to score 3 goals and advance. Very impressive. Then England faced Norway, another very strong team, and England won that match as well. That's a difficult route. Argentina, on the other hand, have advanced through Cape Verde, Egypt, and Switzerland. Now, Argentina deserve credit because they won all 3 games, and reaching a World Cup semifinal is never easy, but I have not been completely convinced by them. They beat Cape Verde 3-2, they beat Egypt 3-2, and they beat Switzerland 3-1. All of these were high-wire acts. I mean, the game against Egypt was a miracle. The game against Switzerland had a controversial red card involved in the outcome. And then Cape Verde is a team that's never even been to the World Cup, pushing Argentina to the absolute brink. None of those are very impressive to me. Argentina are giving out opportunities left and right to opponents, and some of those matches were more competitive than Argentina definitely would have wanted. For me, England's resume is slightly more impressive. That does not mean England are guaranteed to win. It just means that if somebody forced me to make a prediction, I would choose England. But this is where separating a prediction from a bet becomes important. I can believe England are slightly the better team without believing England are a good bet. If I think England advance around 51, 52% of the time, and the market is already pricing them like a small favorite, there's no value. I would basically be betting England because I want to have action on the game, not because I found a major pricing mistake. And that is usually how donations to the sportsbook begin. So I'm passing on the side. My prediction is England to advance, but there's no official wager for me on England or Argentina. The market I prefer is the goal market. My official pick is both teams to score yes at minus 110. And the logic is pretty simple. I expect Argentina to score at least once, and I expect England to score at least once. Argentina have now scored in 10 straight matches. They've scored actually in 13 straight matches. I just actually double checked that. It was actually longer. So Argentina have scored in 13 matches in a row. They are scoring. I expect Argentina to score at least one goal. I think most people would expect that. It's a very meaningful run of consistency. They've also scored 3 goals in each of their 3 knockout matches at this World Cup. So Argentina are creating chances. They're scoring a bunch of goals left and right. I understand that England are a more difficult defensive opponent than any of their previous opponents for Argentina. But Argentina have too much attacking quality for me to confidently bet against them scoring at least one time. They don't need to dominate. They don't need to win. They just need to score 1 goal. That could come from a moment of individual quality from Leo Messi. It could come from a set piece, could come from one counterattack, could come from a penalty, or England just making a mistake. Over 90 minutes, I believe Argentina are more likely than not to find at least 1 goal. So now let's talk about England. England have scored in 8 of their last 10 matches, and they've scored in 13 out of their last 15 matches. They're scoring multiple goals in all of their knockout matches so far. Twice against DR Congo, 3 times against Mexico, and then twice against Norway. England have shown they can create chances against strong opponents, and they have already proven that they can score in difficult environments. Argentina are dangerous going forward, but their defense is very sketchy. They conceded 2 times to Cape Verde. They conceded 2 times to Egypt. They conceded a goal to Switzerland. Argentina have allowed 5 goals in 3 knockout matches. That is the biggest reason why I believe England will get a goal in this game. Argentina have been excellent offensively, but they have also been allowing goals in these games. The recent total trends are also supporting the idea that we see goals. The over has been very profitable for both of these 2 teams throughout this World Cup. Just want to throw that out there. It doesn't guarantee anything. Trends don't score goals, but it does show that these teams have been consistently involved in matches with scoring opportunities. It has not been a tournament where England and Argentina have just been sitting back defending for 90 minutes and hoping to win 1-0. No. Both teams have been scoring, and both teams have been also showing vulnerabilities defensively. I consider the over 2 at minus 135, and I understand the appeal of that bet. If the game finishes with exactly 2 goals, the over 2 pushes, so a 1-1 draw gives you your money back, but I actually prefer both teams to score because it fits my read better. I'm not necessarily saying this game finishes 3-2 or 2-2. I'm saying Argentina score at least once and England score at least once. A 1-1 result is one of the most realistic score lines in this match. And both teams to score cashes on 1-1 while over 2 only pushes. Of course, the risk is a 2-0 result either way. The over 2 would push while both teams to score loses. But based on how both teams have played, I think each side scoring is more likely than one side scoring twice while completely shutting out the other team. Now, the obvious concern is that this is a World Cup semifinal, and these matches can become a bit cautious. Both teams understand how much is at stake. Nobody wants to make a mistake that ends their World Cup. We could see a slow opening 20 or 30 minutes. We could see both teams feel each other out. We could see a game that becomes tactical rather than wide open. That's the strongest argument against this bet. But even if the game begins cautiously, 1 goal completely changes everything. If England score first, then Argentina have to come forward. If Argentina score first, then England will have to take more risks. Both teams have enough attacking quality to respond after falling behind. So I don't need the match to begin like a basketball game. I just need both teams to create enough over 90 minutes to score at least 1 goal each. My official prediction is England win this game 2-1. I think England have been slightly more impressive. I think their path gives them a little bit more credibility entering this semifinal. But again, I'm not betting England. My official pick is both teams to score, yes, at minus 110. I would play it for 1 unit. I consider the over 2 as well, but I prefer both teams to score because 1-1 cashes the bet, and I believe each team is highly likely to produce at least one goal. Let me know your prediction in the comments. Do you have England advancing? Do you have Argentina advancing? And do you agree that both teams find the net at least one time? My official pick is both teams to score at minus 110, and my predicted score is England 2, Argentina 1. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications for more World Cup previews and betting breakdowns. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.